Everybody, this is Jacob Vile. Today I've got a really big build update today. Lots of changes soon. Stay tuned. Use discount code JacobVile to save when you shop at Sky High Car Audio, Explicit Audio, and others. Links in the description. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. Alright, what's going on, everybody? So this is YouTube Jacob Vile, my second channel, Jacob Vile 2. I haven't posted a build update for a couple of months. And I've done a couple of shows with the build now, and it's the end of 2021. And I figured it'd be a good time to do a video. So anybody new watching, just want to say welcome. This is my build. Very ugly, but works for me. I like the cosmetic look of the 3M tape. Done a lot of videos on extensive testing with this build for the last couple of years. So all the videos, you'll have to actually go to my channel, Jacob Vile and Jacob Vile 2. Just go to the playlist. You'll see my build and all of the things I've done for it. So, but 4 Soundcube HDX 418s, and give you a little update real quick. And something that I'm planning to do for 2022. Kind of might be a little disappointing for some people, but for my budget, it's going to be a little bit of adjustment. So I currently have these 2 Stetson Vulcan 8Ks, and then just the 90 amp hours of Lithium. So if you haven't already, I'll also put a link in the description. The previous build update I did with cost breakdown over 2 months ago, y'all can see how much it costs for my whole system. So my ultimate goal now for 2022 is I want to stick at a more tight budget with my system. So this year, total everything was over $10,000. It was like 12,000 some change for everything. And these subwoofers are 4-inch voice coil rated at 2 to 2.5 k RMS. Really could take 5 to 6,000 watts on clean power. And I'm not even giving them but maybe 1,800 to 2K at max on a clip burp almost with what I have. So my goal is to lower my budget. So right now my budget's a little too high for this system. So I'm gonna actually be taking out my subwoofers, taking out my amplifiers, and one of my batteries I'm going to be taking out. So I want to revamp my whole system for my equipment for next year. So what it means is I'm going to be selling my subs, selling my amps, and one of my batteries. I'm going to have my single 400 amp alternator, 410 amp alternator on a single 45 amp hour lithium. And I'm going to just see what I can deal with opportunities. I'll be doing some community posts, get some suggestions, as well as checking out the comments to get some ideas on what y'all suggest for equipment. Going to be doing like a 2.5 or a 3-inch voice coil sub for 18s instead of a 4-inch. And I don't know what amp's going to go with, but just want to let y'all know that was an update for today, as well as got some other things I'll talk about in the video as I work on taking this out, doing a little video vlog of how I take it out and how it looks with everything out. So before that, just once again, appreciate all y'all's support for this year in 2021. Hope y'all are having a good Christmas as well for everybody watching. So I'm going to be taking these amps out and selling them. Going to be taking one of these batteries out and selling them, and then the subs inside. I'm not going to be doing anything to the enclosure, but I am going to be lowering power. Power range, don't know, but for 400 amp alternator and 145 lithium, I'm going to assume it's going to be at 5,000 watts or less. So it's definitely going to be a smaller build, but it's going to be a lot of cone area. So I want to be able to see how impressive I can do with this. So one of my other goals is so right now I broke almost a 64 on the glass with the power in the system I have. I want to see if I can break a 160 dB with just one little amp, or 4 little amps, who knows, we'll see what it changes. So it could be like 4,000 watt amps or 1,500 watt amps and some cheap budget subwoofers here. But I want to see what I can do with it. Definitely that's going to be my goal, is to lower my amount of equipment expense, because right now it's a little excessive for next year with my budget. So not going to be doing any cabin work. I know some people were asking about that. It's definitely not a pretty build for anybody new watching, but I'm definitely excited to see where it's going to take me next year with this. And I think I took it to 5 total shows this year. Gave out a couple hundred demos to people and got some feedback from them, and gave a lot of tap out machine demos. And I'm not really looking to do that next year. It's more just going to be something for what I use, since it's not a daily driver, it's just a project vehicle. So I want to be able to do some content videos with that, with a more budget friendly, because this is definitely not budget in my view, because I got over 10 grand in it. I want to try to stay under the $3,000 to $5,000 range, and so there's no way I can do that with what I have. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, get the subs installed, the amps, and then I'll get back with y'all to show y'all how it looks. All right, I'm back. So I got all the subs out, some of the stuff in the back I'll show you in a second. Anybody that didn't already watch the build playlist, I'll also put that in the description so you can see the, I think it was 8 total steps of how I got from a completely empty gutted vehicle in my Ford Explorer 06 to where I am today. So took out the subs. There was the 4 SoundCube HDX 4/18 4-inch voice coils. Literally, these subs are only a few months old, so when I'm going to be selling them. By the time you see this video, they may be already sold. You never know. But definitely a really big magnet 4-inch voice coil. They say it's rated at 2,000 RMS, but I honestly say these things can probably take 4,000 watts or more clean daily on a musical build, as long as they ain't clipping. So, all right, so I'll go in here and show y'all this. So this is how it looks inside. All of my wires, I literally ran 1 wire per positive and negative of a coil. Took all the tape out as well. And I got all my specs written down at the bottom here. So sub displacement was right at 1.28 between all 4. It was 0.32 per. My total space in here is right around, it was 2.65 per sub after all displacement removed is what it says with those motors. So it was right under 2.7 per 18, which is right over 11 cubes for the 418s, all in a single common chamber. And I only used 2 baffles for it. I didn't need any more. It worked fine for me, and I have a lot of bracing, as you can tell. So definitely going to be missing these subs, but not going to be putting the power I need for them, and keeping my budget, like I mentioned earlier, around the $3,000 to $5,000 mark max for everything to be able to get, hopefully break a 160 in this build. So if I could break a 160, then that'll be exciting, especially with the power. So all right, so y'all got to kind of see the back end. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Also, show support. I really appreciate y'all letting me know what y'all think in the comments. And if you want to save some money, use the discount code Jacob Weil when you shop at Sky High Cardio, Explicit Audio, and a few other places that I have in the description. And now let's go ahead and get you into the back. So, took out one of the amplifiers and one of the batteries. This is where it is looking at now. I don't know if I'm going to keep one of them or not, just to have, or if I'm going to go ahead and get another 1 or 2 or 4 amps. I'm not sure, but keep it really budget friendly. I think this amplifier was around $550 plus tax. So either keep this and be this as my only amplifier, or if I go to 2 or 4 or 1 other amplifier, don't know yet. But I'll be doing a community post, so stay tuned for what suggestions y'all say for that. And now I only got 1 45 amp hour lithium instead of 2. So 45 amp hours will be able to support. It says 8,500 watts. It'll stay probably mid to high 12s, but actually in the 13s since I have a 400 amp alt. But so that's where it looks like in the back. So instead of running 2 amps, maybe 1, maybe 2 or 4, I don't know. You have to stay tuned for more build updates for 2022 for that. And like I said earlier, it ain't pretty, but I'm happy with it. And that's how it's looking for back here. So let me explain a little bit more before I end the video. And I had to take the seat out here in order to get in, but look at how big this port is. Just put it in the size perspective of that 18-inch subwoofer there with how wide this port was. It was 88% port area to cone area for a big ratio. So the specs on this, some people are going to want to know if anybody's still watching. It was 56.5 cubes on the ported side. This is after displacement, so after the brace is removed, little angles here and there. 45's all removed. 56.5 cubes ported, 11.2 cubes sealed. So it was right at a 5.2 to 1 ratio, 4th order. If you just divide those 2 numbers, how you get a ratio. And these braces, fun fact, the reason I have this gap here is because I didn't want to spend the money to do another brace. So I literally just used my old 415s build. That was the width of them before, and just added a little bit of wood to it, and it worked perfect. But I got all of this out, and pretty fascinating to see how much work was involved in this. I've got probably 130 hours of time total in this build now to get where it was. And now I'm going to be changing up, not doing anything to the box. I might do some sealed box adjustments, which is meaning only shrink it if I need, but pretty happy with it. Keeping it around that 2.7 per 18. And try some 2.5 or 3-inch voice coil subs. Looking forward to see what the suggestions are on the comments in this video, as well as when I look into the community posts that I do, 1 or 2 posts on my main channel in Jacob Weil 2. And stay tuned for more videos, and I'm excited to see where this takes me for 2022. Hopefully stick it a little more budget friendly for me, and we'll see what we can do. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody, as well as thank you channel supporters. If you want to become a channel supporter, check out the links in the description to show support, as well as thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Also, if you haven't already, use discount code JacobVile when you shop at Sky High Cardio, Explicit Audio, and others. And also, if you haven't already, check me out. I am on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, as you are seeing here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And subscribe. Stay tuned for more daily videos, and I'll see you all in the next one.